Hi friends, welcome back to another video. We're going to talk about the new moon in Sagittarius happening November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving here in the States. Sagittarius, ruler of the ninth house, the house of journeys, adventures, wisdom, philosophy, greater purpose. So this is the time to bring optimism and a more lightheartedness into situations. Sag reminds us to be grateful for our lives, hence Thanksgiving. What else? Depending on where, here we go, view from above, get the big picture. Is that not Sagittarius or what? That is so Sag. Thank you for showing me that. Depending on where Sag is in your chart, your natal ruler, for me it's in my first house, the house of image. Where is it for you? That house is being activated for you at this time. It's a good time to study, travel, do things that feel like freedom. Okay, is there any other cards? I'd like to get 2 more cards. Thank you. Discovering truth, uncovering treasure, and reaching your destination. Ooh. You stand in the light of truth. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty, and your light is shining brightly. This sounds like somebody is discovering, quite literally, the truth about something. They're having a new perspective on something, and they're uncovering some richness below the surface that had always been there. This kind of falls in line with this idea of searching for a deeper philosophy, a mission, or a purpose in life. And then you're reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. It's like you're stepping into alignment with what your purpose is or what your mission is. You're not hiding anymore. You're sort of like you're uncovering the truth. The truth is the treasure in this case. Requires you to take a step back though and get a bigger picture. Zoom out a bit, get some space. Okay, here we go. The Knight of Cups as the energy underneath. Taking movement with truth leading your heart. Knight of Cups is sort of like the romantic. It says here, a fortunate visit. It's funny. I don't really look at what's written below these cards because this particular deck has a lot of traditional, like truncated traditional meanings to the cards, and I'm really more about applying these old archetypes in a more modern way. We could see this as like somebody coming bearing truth, somebody approaching with vulnerability, which is great. It's like we're integrating the lesson of the eclipses, which is to be vulnerable, to be honest with ourselves and with others. Then we got the Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, the Tower. Yeah, some way of being that has been comfortable is no longer working. So what do we have here? The Devil, the 8 of Cups, the Empress, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. You've been watching me shuffle this deck. This 8 of Wands is always here. It's always here. It's telling me there's more messages. Like it was there when I pulled the deck out. You saw me shuffle it a million times, and I cut it, and there it is again. This is why I keep reading the cards, because I'm just like, what is this? So anyway, the 8 of Wands underneath. We got 2 8s here, the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. 888 is transformation. It's like a more evolved 5. if we look at the 8th house, that's the house of death, sex, transformation, like shared intense experiences. That sort of reminds me of Tower a little bit. This is reminding me of like a bit of like a self-awareness is coming to light. So this discovering truth, this uncovering treasure, I think goes back to the idea of realizing your worth, realizing what you have to offer to the table. And if somebody doesn't see that, this is the truth that you are bringing. You're trying to see the big picture. So I'm actually sensing that there might be this stepping away, whether it's temporary or you sense it as a more permanent thing. I think that's to be determined, TBD, but it's definitely something that you're like going back and realizing like that which I have built, I am taking responsibility for this, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, sort of structure for yourself, this old philosophy or this old paradigm. It's not always led you to the right outcome, to the outcome that you wanted. And maybe it's no fault of your own. I feel like that, you know, if there's multiple people involved, there is a shared responsibility here. And it was a really great, beautiful thing for a while, and now it's like you want to be free of that. There's that new moon Sag coming in to say, like, why don't, how can you feel even more free? So it's like we're going back to the drawing board of like what will make us happy. There's the, you know, this pursuit of happiness maybe is just like a lifelong thing and just happens to be a theme for this season. I think because maybe a lot of people are changing directions in life, or just sensing that they want to address things that have stopped working for them. So I do see that this is ultimately a surrender. Like we're stopping investing into things that make us feel like we're not enough, or that make us feel that aren't actually providing the tools or resources, whether they're physical or like emotional, you know, like an emotional connection or spiritual connection. The connection just isn't there anymore. And so it's like we're having to walk away from that. I do sense this is like a long-term journey. This may be the beginning of something that's extremely long-term, like winding, this uncovering, this treasure, whatever that is going to be a long journey. So maybe it's like you want to tread carefully and choose wisely. Like I sense that someone is taking their time to choose, which is good. I'm going to look at this uncovering treasure card because it's really drawing to me. Uncovering treasure. Often treasure is found in the most unexpected of places. Sometimes after it seems that you've faced an inner dragon, you'll find the hidden treasure. Success begets success. So as you begin to seek and find the bounty in your life, more and more rewards will follow. This card heralds a bountiful, prosperous time in your life. So I'll take that as the message of the very Sagittarius message of optimism. How can you introduce optimism in your life and let that transform everything that you do? The secret is knowing that you deserve it and are worthy of it. Take a second to look at the people and situations in your life. Sometimes receiving treasure is simply a matter of seeing life in a new way. So Sag. The treasure was always there. You just didn't see it. Interesting. All right. Let's get any final messages about that. Reminder to check your chart, see where Sag is in your chart, which house it's ruling for you, what it's highlighting during this time. I guess for me as a first house, it's the beginning of a new 12-month cycle, which is fun. That's fun. I like to work with the moons, the energy of the zodiac throughout the year. I find it very helpful. Final messages, please. 10 of Swords. It is the end of a destructive cycle. Destructive thought patterns, anything that has been hurtful, you can decide that this is the end. I think that you have decided this, which is why that there's this movement with truth, right? The Knight of Cups. You're deciding to take things, I wanted to say at face value. Like you're no longer hiding from what's in front of you. I feel like you're approaching it calmly and directly. You're really wanting to take care of the things that feel like need to change or don't need to be here anymore. It's your intention to change. But before you can do this on an external level, that's my Four of Pentacles, it's got to happen on an internal level, the Eight of Cups. So this is why Sag, oh yes, Sag is very much we want to be light externally, optimistic, attracting success and abundance with our thoughts, words, and actions, knowing very well that inside we are going through a transformation process. Eight of Swords, freedom. Freedom and self-limiting beliefs. How are you keeping yourself stuck? So this is a time to really nurture yourself, take care of yourself. It's okay to put your needs first. If that's what it takes for you to be in relationship as your best self. Because that spirit of abundance and success, if you can nurture that within yourself and contain it with yourself, it eventually does spill over onto other people. When it comes to being in relationship and in situations outside of ourselves that diminish our ability to hold this energy, it's a time to take a step back, reassess, maybe change some things, or just to be alone for a little bit as we get back into that groove. So whichever case it is for you, I wish you the best of luck. I want to say thanks for joining me for another video. Let me know how you like it. I'll post the recommended listening in the description box below. Thanks so much. Have a great day.